Being accused of hypocrisy over a statement made during her victory speech in New Hampshire this week. Clinton said, quote, "The oil companies, the drug companies, the health insurance companies, the predatory student loan companies have had 7 years of a president who stands up for them. It's time we had a president who stands up for all of you." But the Center for Responsive Politics reports Clinton has raised almost $270,000 from the pharmaceutical industry, more than any candidate, Democrat or Republican. She has also raised more than $220,000 from the oil and gas industry. That is more than double what her closest Democratic rivals have raised. Former Secretary of State Madeleine Albright has been ripping President Bush and Vice President Cheney during her current book tour, and now Republicans are ripping her back. Albright told a crowd at a Washington area book signing Wednesday, quote, "I think the judgment is that this is one of the worst presidencies we've had, and people will wonder what it is that the role of the vice president is." That prompted this reply from Danny Diaz of the Republican National Committee, quote, "President Bush has spent the last 7 years confronting the dangers that Madeleine Albright let fester under her leadership. No one will take seriously the criticism of a person whose idea of a strong foreign policy was to give a basketball signed by Michael Jordan to Kim Jong-il." The California Energy Commission wants the state to be able to adjust thermostats by remote control, giving the government the ability to regulate the temperature of homes under certain circumstances. Newspapers, the internet, and talk radio are abuzz with the plan, as you can imagine, which is expected to be approved in a few weeks. The idea is to regulate energy use during peak periods or times of high prices or shortages. But critics are calling the idea draconian. They say it could be dangerous for the sick and the elderly. One think tank expert says, quote, "This brings new meaning to the term climate control." And even people who think the idea has merit are questioning the application. Says Tom Keary of the Cato Institute, quote, "There is actually some reason behind this idiocy." And our last story is not for the faint of heart or stomach, so be warned. When Tyler, Texas police went to arrest a young man suspected of killing his girlfriend, they found the woman's mutilated body along with an ear boiling in a pot of water and human flesh on a dinner plate. So Christopher Lee McCune is suspected of not only murder, but cannibalism. Now, here's where the story gets really weird. The vice president of PETA, the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, has written to the sheriff asking that McCune be given a special vegetarian diet and no meat so that he does not kill again while in jail. Bruce Friedrich blames McCune's alleged crimes on the consumption of animal meat. Quote, "Only in a culture where people routinely kill and eat living, feeling beings would anyone even think to kill and eat a human loved one." Sheriff J.B. Smith says he will not change McCune's diet because to do so would be a violation of state law requiring equal treatment for prisoners. And he also says no one in his jail has ever indulged in cannibalism. And, quote, "Besides, McCune is isolated so that the only person he's going to bite is himself." Well,